Okay, are you suggesting that I'm horny? Okay, do you seriously think I'm actually horny? I mean, you are a Rhea Ripley fan. What do you expect? Yeah, fair point. I get that. But still, a Playboy game? Out of everything I could review, a Playboy game. A Playboy game. Look, it was either this, or I could have given you something really fucking bad, mate. Like, I may be a man, but I ain't that much of a fucking degenerate. Look, I don't care if you're horny or not. I thought the game was good. So, there's that. Seriously though, if you think that this was the best idea you could come up with, man, you got some problems. You make me look ridiculous every time. Bloody hell. Hey, quick question. Why is it that our clothes keep changing? Cast your minds back to a simpler time. The internet wasn't really a thing. If you wanted to get the latest news and information, you'd either have to turn on a TV or look inside of a book. And for most of us, those kind of books that we turned to were magazines. Now, I'm not gonna go over the history of magazines and printing. Kedikarus already talked about that in his video on the official PlayStation magazine. But very much, without magazines, I think it's safe to say a lot of the niche topics we talk about today don't really get much of a look in. I mean, there have been many classic magazines over the years, from Crash to K-Zone to the official Australian Nintendo magazine. Yes, that's a long one. And yes, even the infamous Girls and Corpses magazine. I can't stop looking at it. It looks amazing. But by far the most infamous of the magazines? Playboy. Now obviously I'm being very careful with the footage I use because YouTube being YouTube. But it's very infamous for, well, mostly focusing on the booba. I mean, yes, people looked at it for the articles, of course, but we know why people looked at it. It was all about that booba. I mean, seriously, if the right to censor had a hissy fit about it in 2001, imagine how the modern generation feels about it. But let's cast our minds back. 2005. An era that very much is a transitional point from the grungy attitude era of the late 90s to the fucked up time frame we're in today. Because 2005 saw the release of this. Playboy The Mansion. The video game. I mean, this is in a transitionary point in society. Like, at this point, sex had started to stop selling, so why would you make a video game about the Playboy Mansion? Well, there's a few reasons. I mean, if games like Custer's Revenge were able to exist in the 1980s, then surely such a game like this would exist today, right? Right? And let's not forget that this is 2005 we're talking about. Just a few months earlier, The Sims 2 had released. I guess you can see where we're going with this, so let's just check this game out and see if it holds up today. Was one of multiple developers on this project, but then again, most of the other developers I don't give a fuck about, and Ubisoft published this? Yeah, Ubisoft. The Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. The Star Wars Outlaws, Ubisoft. The X-Defiant, Ubisoft. The Winnie the Pooh Rumbly Tumbly Adventure, Ubisoft. Yes, I brought up Winnie the Pooh in a Playboy video. What the fuck did you expect from me? When we boot up the game, we get this montage of people who pose for the magazine alongside random images of the mansion. Okay, great. And then we make our way to the main menu and oh lord, Hugh! You looking alright, mate? You good? Let me just check the options here and see what we got. Xbox Live? Yep, for some reason, this game has online support. I don't know why a game like this would need online support, but here we are. Now, to keep it simple, I'm just gonna use the classic mansion. I mean, hey, everybody likes a classic, so let's see how this goes from here. And after a load cycle, which, yes, there's a fair bit of loading in this game, you can immediately tell that this game takes a fair bit of inspiration from The Sims. I mean, keep in mind, this game was also released on the PC alongside its PS2 and original Xbox versions. Guess Nintendo didn't see interest in doing a GameCube version, but, you know, Nintendo be Nintendo. But, still, I mean, it can't be that bad. The Sims is one of the greatest gaming franchises of all time, so okay, I'll see what you're cooking. Our goal is simple. We need to run the Playboy Mansion and the Playboy magazine. So, yeah, that seems like an easy goal, but why the fuck can I get up these stairs? I mean, it's stairs. It should be the easiest thing for you to get up to. I want to build my office, but the game ain't letting me. Hang on. Parties? Why the hell are we doing that? I don't know if it'd be wise to do a party in this modern day, but let's see what other options. That's how you climb the stairs. Great. And we got a load screen. Also great. Can you tell this is a 6th generation Sims clone? Because most of the Sims clones came from the 6th generation. Okay, we're finally in, and we're beginning our work on, well, setting up our office. Putting objects here, and very much, it is a similar system to The Sims, so if you played those games, then very much you know how this works. However, this game is a little bit different, as, well, we gotta run the magazine, so we gotta hire staff, create articles, and pick out cover photos. That seems easy enough, right? And, well, it is. And not gonna lie, I actually really like the approach that this game went with how it all themes it out. I mean, I am pretty impressed with the way it all looks as well. The graphics definitely have a little bit of a charm to them, so score 1 for Playboy then. Although, I don't think the right to censor would like that. Then again, the right to censor probably run YouTube. Okay, let's see what goals we got here. Yeah, okay. Hang on! Meet Jack! But I thought I already did that at PAX! And I also met a Vaporeon. If you couldn't tell at first, I had a little bit of a hard time figuring out the controls at first, and what to do and such, but eventually I was able to get it all figured out. And, well, I gotta say, this is pretty impressive for the era. I mean, games like this, you don't really see that much detail go into, but for a magazine management sim, it's pretty interesting, I'd say. But the reason why most of us are playing this game are the centerfolds. Yes, this very much gives me vibes to like the photo modes we get nowadays in games, and you know what, it ain't too bad of a mode. The way you take the photos is pretty enjoyable, and Look, it may not be the greatest sort of photo mode in a game, but I think it works to its advantage. I mean, it's on par for the brand, so makes sense. And you know what's also part of the brand? Smooching up the ladies. Yes, just like The Sims, this has a full conversational engine to it, so you're able to talk about different things, and you have 3 meters you gotta take into account, so very much you gotta make the right decisions, otherwise those meters are going down, down, down. But safe to say, it is pretty impressive how they're able to get that all done in such a simple little game. Hey, at least it works out better than the modern state of magazines, I mean, ugh. And well, I think that's where we'll leave it with Playboy The Mansion. I mean, look, it's not the best game in the world, but it's also not the worst either. I mean, if you like The Sims and you enjoy a little bit of the booba, then, yeah, Playboy The Mansion is for you. I don't know why it would be for you, but it is for you. Granted, I've never really played The Sims, but this game does kind of make me want to check that out, so maybe we'll take a look at that in the future. But overall, this game is pretty enjoyable for what it is, and I can't really score it as high, but I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. To be honest, it is a pretty decent game, and if you can pick it up, I'd say it's worth a try. I mean, look, with the modern state of media, there is no chance in hell that we'd see this game get a remake, or Playboy in general coming back to make a console game, but this was definitely a curiosity that I'd say it's worth a try. I mean, hey, it exists. That's probably the best thing I can say. So, yeah. Alright, thank you all so much for watching, and as I always like to say, I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone, and I will see you all whenever that may be. Johnny!